Today let's talk about table dressing. What do I mean by table dressing? Not that. And no, not that kind of dressing either. What I mean by table dressing is what we have underneath of the sheets that the client uses when they're on the table. So let's take a sneak peek and find out what's underneath of the sheets when a client gets on the table. So we're going to pull back these sheets and it's going to reveal what we keep on the table. So we'll pull back this table heater to reveal, yes, another table heater. I live in a climate where it's cold and I have some customers that like to be warm. So I make sure that I have enough heat for anyone that is on this table. 2 table heaters. So we'll pull back this second table heater. Now what we have is what's between the table and our table heaters. Every few weeks or so is when I take the opportunity to change out all of the dressing on my table. I'm going to change this particular set out and I'm going to show you how I put a new set on. Why is it that I have this sheet on top of my table, you ask? Well, let me explain a little something. If you want to store stuff under your table, but you don't want your clients to see it, this little trick allows you to make a table skirt, and that way people won't see what's hidden underneath your table. For the method I use to dress the table, I use 3 sheets. These are old sheets I've had around for a while. It's to protect the table from the heater, and it also allows a little bit of grip between the sheets that touch the client and the table. So if you don't use fitted sheets, having your table dressed this way helps to keep those sheets in place so when they do turn over, it doesn't get all wrinkly and pulled around. So that's one of the reasons why we use it. First sheet we're just going to fold so that it runs right down the middle of the table. We're just going to look at folding it in half a couple times. To make this fit on the table. There's our first barrier. Now we're going to look at creating the skirt that runs along the side and hides everything that we want to store under the table. So you want to measure how far you want your side skirt to come down. I prefer not to let it go all the way to the floor. That way I don't step on it with my feet and pull it. So I like to leave it a good 4 or 5 inches above the floor. And this is where the OCD in me comes out. I like to square up my corners so that it doesn't hang down just all wrinkly and stuff like that. So I'll try to show you how I do it. I'm gonna say we pull up the corner over here and line this guy up, if you can see that. So now we have this wrapping around the table. And I suppose we could leave it just like that, but I like to bring it back down. So now we have 1/2 of the table skirted. Now we'll do the same thing with the other half. Once again, I'm going to start at the top and measure how far I want my skirt to come down. Sometimes I also go up a little higher because over time it will tend to migrate down. So once again, I'm going to keep it a good 5 or 6 inches above the floor. And Once again, because of my OCD, we're going to round off this side of the skirt. I don't really have OCD, it's just I like to be a little bit particular. Take pride in what I do. And there we have it, we got a table skirt. Now we can apply our table heaters and sheets. There we go. 2 table heaters are in place. We put our sheets on, and then we're ready to do some massage. Here's a bonus tip. If you're in a rush, put down 2 layers of sheets. That way when you're done with one customer, you tear one off and you're ready to go for the next one. Now this only works if nothing bleeds through your sheets. So if you tend to use a lot of oil and oil bleeds through your sheets, it's going to ruin your next layer. So that's a little rundown of things that are important to me when I dress a table. What are some of the things that are important to you when you're putting your massage table together? What types of things did I miss? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to read them. I'd love to hear what you have to share. Also, let me know if there's any other videos you'd like to see. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again in the future.